Elephants are the largest land animals on Earth and are known for their remarkable intelligence and social behavior. These majestic creatures inhabit Africa and Asia, where different species have thrived for centuries, and they have long captured human interest. Their natural habitat, social structure, and interactions with humans have been the focus of numerous documentaries. Describing an elephant begins with acknowledging its massive size. African elephants can grow up to 3.5 meters tall and weigh as much as 6,000 kilograms, while Asian elephants are slightly smaller, standing around 2.5 meters tall and weighing about 5,000 kilograms. One of the most striking features of elephants is their long trunks, which are actually a fusion of their nose and upper lip. This trunk serves multiple purposes, including breathing, drinking water, collecting food, and communicating. Elephants' ears are also quite large, and they help regulate their body temperature. In hot climates, elephants flap their ears to cool themselves down. Additionally, their teeth are specialized, their large tusks wear down over time, but they are replaced naturally, though this can affect their ability to forage as they age. Elephants are highly social creatures. A group of elephants is called a herd, and these herds are usually led by a female. The role of the matriarch, the oldest and wisest female, is crucial for the survival and cohesion of the group. Female elephants have strong maternal instincts, and they are extremely protective of their young. Male elephants, however, eventually leave the herd and often live solitary lives. During a certain period, males may show aggressive behavior as they seek to join other males, but they usually form temporary groups with other males. Communication among elephants is complex and involves a mix of vocalizations, body language, physical touch, and even seismic communication. They can detect vibrations through the ground, which allows them to communicate over long distances, especially when warning others of potential danger. When an elephant calf is born, it can weigh over 100 kilograms. The calf is able to stand and walk shortly after birth, but it depends heavily on its mother for care and protection. Female elephants play a key role in nurturing the young, and the rest of the herd also helps raise the calves. The experience of older females guides the calves, ensuring their survival. The pregnancy period of an elephant is remarkably long, lasting about 22 months, the longest of any land mammal. This extended gestation period makes the birth of an elephant calf a special and anticipated event within the herd. Elephants rank among the most intelligent animals on the planet. Studies show that they possess problem-solving abilities, the ability to recognize themselves in mirrors, and a deep understanding of complex social structures. Their memory is particularly impressive. Elephants can remember specific individuals, whether humans or other animals, even after many years. In their natural habitats, elephants travel great distances in search of water and food. They rely on their memory to navigate these long journeys, recalling past routes and water sources. This incredible memory is vital to their survival. Sadly, elephants are currently under threat, with many species listed as endangered. African elephants, in particular, face significant dangers from poaching and the illegal ivory trade. The demand for ivory has historically led to a decline in elephant populations. However, various conservation programs and organizations are working to protect elephants' habitats and combat poaching. Research and education efforts are also crucial in raising awareness about the importance of protecting these magnificent animals. Elephants are not only awe-inspiring due to their massive size and remarkable intelligence, but also because of their intricate social structures and survival strategies. It is essential that we all take responsibility to ensure that these magnificent creatures continue to thrive. By protecting them, we help maintain the balance of nature.